Hey, hello there. Julio Lopez here with a follow-up on my DMN system on data management system, shipping order. We are right now on my GitHub repository. We already created a README file describing the project. These are the different steps. I already created the UI layer, also the logic layers, and the data layer. And also here is the UML diagram with the three different classes and all its contents and different types of data. Also, we have here the test flow diagram, which we used in the last video, um, which is the how we're gonna test the data today. So I'm gonna use this probably as a guidance to see if we can go through all this validation data. Uh, for future enhancement, we're gonna be adding GUI and database integration, but we're not there yet. Today is the purpose of this video is only for a logic validation testing. So if you can see right here, we already created the jar file and the shipping order sample text, which we're gonna be using today for testing purposes. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my terminal on this file right here on data management system jar, and then use the jar file to start my testing. So we are here already on terminal. So what I'm gonna do is let me see if I can find it here. So I'm gonna start the jar file and get started to display the menu, which is gonna be the first part of testing and see if it displays the menu once I open the jar file. Success. So the first test passed. It showed all the different options that I have available. And let's see we go through this testing. So the second test is gonna be for reading the data. For that, we're gonna be trying to read. First of all, to download the sample data from the text file. And then in order to do that, we're gonna pick, I think I added on add orders. Yes, add order. Option one. Let's see. I should have two options here. There you go. It displays two options. Option one for upload orders from the file, which is what we want right now. And also option two, which we're gonna be using later on for entering data manually. So let's pick option one. And here it's asking me for the file name, which is the text file. I just want to go ahead and paste and enter, and it should populate the whole file successfully. As you can tell, it read the data and it's showing all of it to make sure. If I go again to view orders, it should display only the first part, which is this one right here. This is happening only in the first when you read the data to add a check mark to say it was the to tell you it was success. So, but if I go to view orders again, which is option two, it should display only the data that I'm supposed to see on the memory data and later on the database. So for and that was the reading data we successful passing. So the third test is gonna be displaying the data which, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, we actually did test two, which was reading data successfully, and test three, which we already demonstrated, it displayed the data. So now the test four, which is create data, we're gonna utilize here add an order, which is the same thing as creating a data. So I'm gonna pick option one. So it showed me the option to get a external source or to input data manually. For this test, we're gonna pick option two. And right here, the first thing that asked me is the customer name. Now, when I make some on purpose, I'm gonna add a run data type to see what happens. So since here I need a string or a name technically. I'm gonna try first numbers, see what happened. So numbers, enter. it goes through the validation and it show me that it can only contain letters and spaces. Now let me see if I combine strings with numbers, see what happens. Same thing again. Whatever I use, combination of numbers or strings is gonna show me, or text, I'm sorry. For those that doesn't know what a string means, but it's the same thing though. But it's gonna always show me that until I input the the correct data type. So let's add Samuel Lopez, which Lopez is my last name, but Samuel is not. So I just technically just made it out. So let's see if it goes through. So now the second step is gonna be adding the shipper name. Let's try to do on purpose a different data type. Like I'm expecting a string here to text. Let's try a number first, see what happens. Yeah, the also asking me, to put letters or space only. So let's try a combination of strings and numbers, see what happens. Same thing, right? Test pass, let's see, we put regular, let's put Don Lopez Inc., which is actually the name of my ex company that I had before, by the way. So I just being extra here, but you got the point. So let's hit enter. Boom. Now it's asking me for the weight in pounds. So for this, it's expecting in a decimal or a number or a whole number. Let's try do the opposite. Let's try letters, see what happens. Invalid input, enter a valid number. What is exactly how I expected. Let's try a combination of letters and numbers, see what happens. Again, it showed me that it's invalid. So let's try enter and see what happened, which I didn't try before. Enter. Again, it's telling me that it's invalid. So let me add a space, see what happened, couple space. So again, it's correcting, it's trying to validate the data, which only is gonna take numbers. So let's see, since the number is gonna be between, I think I set it up to between the weight 1 and 150 pounds. So let's put a negative number, see what happens. In this case, instead of showing me that it's not a valid number, since I'm using a negative number, it's telling me, hey, listen, you need to add a number between 0.1 and 150.0. In this case, is only how I'm supposed to do it. So let's go over 151 and see what happens. Again, the same problem. Let's try a very low number. Again, the same thing. Now, if I hit enter, let's see what happened. You know, as long as I'm not writing a number, it's gonna show this there are error warning. And as of right now, it's working as it's intended to. Let's see we put what other stuff we can, that run data we can input here that I haven't tried. It's not coming to my mind, but anyways, so far so good. Let's put a normal data type between the parameters that I set it up, which is 154, no, 144. Let's see what happened. Oop. Okay, if nothing displayed, that means the data type, the data input was accepted. So distance and miles, same thing. We're gonna try letters, see what happened. Showing me error, a combination of letters and numbers. Showing me error, okay, passed. Now let's try numbers. I think the limitation is between 1 mile and 3,000 miles. Obviously, in the future, I'm going to be changing this depending on what makes sense. But for testing purposes, I set it up like that. So 3001, let's see what happens. No, it's telling me that it must be between 1 and 3,000, negative number. No, it's going to be between 1 and 3,000. I'm very happy with this. Let's move on. So let's try a mile between 1 and 3,000, 500 miles. See what happened. Yeah, since that was the last step, it's shown that the order was added successfully, and it automatically it adds the data to the memory. So in that at least the test for the creating a data, it was successful. Now let's review if it was created. So we had 20 orders. I should display one more order. Let's see. And that's option 2. There you go. Order ID 21, customer Samuel Lopez, shipper Don Lopez Inc. And way all the information is here. Now, let's see, we try to remove a data, which is the next test. Let's try that out, which is the option 4. Option 4 is asking me here for the ID to delete. Let's try on a string. Let's see what happens here. No, it's gonna be a valid integer also for the order ID number. Let's see a combination of letters and numbers. No, that either. Let's try a number or an ID number that doesn't exist. In this case, I had 21. Let's try 25. Order not found. So how expected. Perfect. So it kicked me out. I mean, didn't log me out of the system, but it's telling me, hey, the order not found. Try it again from the beginning. So let's see. Let's try for the testing purpose a correct data type. So view orders, which is option 2. Then it says, no, I'm sorry. For delete order, option 4. There you go. Now enter ID to delete. Let's pick the first one, John Smith, which is ID number 1. Okay, order deleted successfully. Let's see if that's true. One thing that says, another thing that it actually did it. So let's see, view orders, option 2. Bingo, order ID 1 is off the system. So that pass, removing the data. Now let's update the data. Let's try to update Samuel Lopez, the one that we created. Let's see, update order, which is option 3. ID number, which is 21. Okay. I just added putting away that only update the way in the way in the distance, and it calculates the price again, which is another test, which is the custom feature that I added here. It automatically calculates the price depending on the mile and the distance. So for new weight pounds, let's try data validation before putting the right data type. What do you think? So letters first to see if it goes through. Nope, that's not correct. Let's try what's the limit on weight? I think, yeah, 150 pounds. Let's try 155. There you go. How expected. Let's put a negative number. Also, it's asking me to put in between 0.1 and 150. Let's put, it was 144 before, let's put 130. Okay, accepted. Now let's go to distances mine. Let's try string. No, invalid, it's not a valid integer. Let's try above the limit, which is 3,000 miles. 3,001 miles. No, negative 100. Let's see what happened. No, either. Okay, let's put what was 1,500? Let's put 1,800 instead. Okay, order updated successfully. All right, let's see if that's true. View orders. ID 21 somewhere. Don't know pacing. Yeah, the new weight is 130. And the distance is 1,100 miles, and the new cost is $191.5. Success. Yeah, as you can tell, it passed all the tests so far, so I'm very happy with this. If you have any question, let me just choose 5. Once I hit 5, sorry, before I finish the video, If I hit 5, it should clear the memory. If I try to go in again, it should clear the memory. Let's see if it works. View orders, which is 2. Yeah, no orders because it already cleared. Once you exit, option 5, it clears the memory for you. Later on, when we integrate the GUI in the database, yeah, this thing is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna remain on the database. So, but with no further ado, I'm very happy with the testing. It passed all the tests. If you have any comments, feel free to send me an email. You can visit my website. It's lopezbio.com. There you can visit my personal and professional social media and send me an email and see some of my blogs and projects that I have there. So have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.